welcome to your slow flow practice for today. My name is Guy Friswell, here from Victoria, British Columbia in Canada, and happy to be here. So let's get started. Come to your mats and find a comfortable seat to begin. And here I am on my mat, so I'm not able to see your comments from here in. I will come back for a discussion towards the end. So as you start your practice, I like to start from a seat, but if it's more comfortable you to start lying down, go for it, that's fine. So find a nice comfortable seat, take a slightly bigger inhale and a longer exhale, just settle in, close your eyes. So as you settle in, bring your awareness down into the base of your body, down about 2 inches below your belly button even. Feeling a sense of heaviness and rootedness there. Nice and calm. Almost as if, maybe you could visualize a flower or something in deep within your abdomen. Beautiful flower, whatever color you want, whatever species you want. And notice as you're breathing, the flower gently blossoming, and as you're exhaling, just gently closing in a bit. Just letting that breath pulse slowly and beautifully within you. Relaxing through your face, your shoulders. And just pulsing with that low abdomen, that visualization, and sustaining that as we go through our entire practice today. So goes your breath, so goes your practice, is what I like to say. And with that, let's take a shared breath together. Take a nice big full inhale and a long exhale, sigh. Welcome once again, my friends, to your yoga practice. So good to have you here. On your next inhale, open up your eyes if they aren't already. Reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up. Stretch up, 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 up. And then slowly come forwards onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. And get rid of any kind of props that are in your way. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. I was like, what is that comment there to come and see? So coming into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Start to move just a little bit intuitively here. Maybe a little bit of a pivot around your knees. Maybe you're rolling your neck around, going one way, going the other way. Just waking yourself up here, bringing yourself into an awareness of your body. And then we'll stabilize in that tabletop position. I'll show you from the sides here. So I like to start with cat-cow, just to mobilize our spine. As you're inhaling, lift your head, lift your tail, your heart slightly forwards. And as you exhale, you're rounding your spine. You're tugging the tops of your feet forwards and even pressing your pelvis forward. So it's a nice rounding. As you inhale, extend through the front side of your body. Big back bend here, and then exhale, rounding, pressing, tugging the tops of your feet forwards. One more time like that. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to round. Good. Inhale back to a neutral position, and here bring your right knee up off the ground and start to take your right knee into big circles, keeping your leg bent about 5 times, mobilizing into the hip. Just one direction, and then go the other direction. Nice big circles into the hip socket. May get a few clunks in there. I do once in a while. And then pause, keep your knee off the ground, and then bring it way out to the side as high as you can, even your foot lifting for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Bring your knee back down. pause, and then we gotta do the other side, of course. Bring your left knee up, big circles into the left hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side's a bit weirder for me, and backwards or the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then take your knee way out to the side. Even your foot higher, your knee higher. Keep it there for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring your knee down. Take your knees wide. Push back to child's pose and give your wrists a little bit of a shake. They may have got a little bit of compression there. Let your head drop down. Just take a couple of easy breaths. There's no rush. It's yoga, right? You're trying to be here with yourself, nowhere else. There's no rush. Take your time. And then again, let's come forward onto our hands and knees. And we'll tuck your toes at the back. Move your bum all the way onto your heels. Really press with your hands, a pretty shallow angle at the wrists. And press so much that your knees start to come pop off the mat. And from here, we're going to try and keep our knees bent as long as we can. And we're going to drop our head down and our bum up. So head down, bum up. Notice how I look here, deep, deep bend in my knees. And then start to straighten and bend your legs. This is sort of a initial downward dog. Trying to get nice and long in your spine. Wiggle your bum. Crack your toes. Whatever feels good here. Waking up your legs through bending and straightening. And then walk up the mat and drape yourself over your upper thighs at the top of your mat. Let your head relax. Give your head a shake, your shoulders a shake. Yeah. And then inhale about halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. And again, inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Drop your bum so it's about in a chair. Keep it there and swoop your arms up and forwards or to the ceiling, sitting into the dreaded chair pose. Just building up a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy right at the start of our practice. Nice and strong and calm. Then inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands can come all the way down. Bring your feet together. Toes touch, heels touch. Inhale your hands up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands down the midline, interlace your fingers, press down, you're exhaling the whole way. Next inhale, keep your fingers interlaced, send them forwards and up to the ceiling, keeping your arms as straight as you can, inhaling all the way up. And exhale, hands down to the sides of your body. Again, inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands come down the midline, fingers interlace, palms press down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, hands forward, still interlaced all the way up to the ceiling. Inhaling all the way up, stretch up. Exhale, hands out wide. One more time. Coordinating movement and breath. Inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Nicely done. Take your toes and turn them out just a little bit. Your heels still touching. Inhale your hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers, point your index fingers, and squeeze your biceps towards your ears. Now rock your weight slightly forwards, keep your heels squeezed together, come up on your tipped is, pressing into your big toe mounds. Really stretch up nice and tall. And then keep your hands overhead, drop your heels back down. Let's try that side to side. So come up onto the right big toe. Press, lift up on your left big toe and drop the right heel down. Sort of like you're walking. So right heel up, left heel down. Left heel up, right heel down. A few times like that. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And at some point, come up on both toes. Bend your knees out to the side, stay up on your toes as high as you can. Breathe. Falling down is normal. Inhale, come up, heels down. Exhale, hands down. Shake it out a bit. You might be going, what the heck was that? We're waking up your toes, the arch of your foot, your ankles, lower body, sensing that rooting quality. Nicely done. Take your feet as wide as the mat now, toes out, heels in. Inhale your hands all the way up, and exhale, sit all the way down. As far as you can, as long as your feet stay flat, go that far. Inhale, stand up slowly. Exhale, sit down. So what am I doing? What am I offering here? I'm offering you what it is that Guy needs today. What this body here needs. Exhaling down. So practice is embracing and channeling even what it is that you need each and every day. So I'm waking up my body, getting rid of my agitation in my body. At the top here, pause, bring your hands down, step your feet to the middle of the mat, and again, shake it off. So, you know, taking what you need from the practice, trying to make myself feel better, and hopefully that's working for you. That's the idea. Movements of our spine, inhale, hands up. Again, interlace, point your index finger. There's other ways to hold your hands if you want. You can grab the wrist or flip your hands over, many options. Reach up, side bend to the right. Let your hips go to the left and really extend out of your right hip and your left hip. So get nice and long. Try to find the rhythm of your breathing here. So we're not going so far that we can't breathe. That's not really yoga. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the left, hips go right, squeeze your biceps beside your ears, find that good sense of extension through the right side of the torso this time. Try to avoid collapsing in the left side. Inhale to center, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. From here, as you inhale, squeeze your heels together, push your pelvis forwards, lift through or press your abdomen forwards, lift through your heart, look at the ceiling, feel this lovely back bend starting to emerge. Sustain the back bend and then send your arms overhead, biceps beside your ears as you push your hips forwards, lift your chest up, a nice big back bend. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forwards halfway only, legs straight, torso straight. And then keeping your body as it is, bend your knees, your upper body. And then inhale, sit into that darn chair again. Whoa. We're working hard today, aren't we guys? Come in the chair, big inhale. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, fold, bend your knees. Take your right leg back a long step with your right toes tucked and your right knee down to the ground. And then ragdoll your hands up onto your knee. So here, I'm going to take you through the basic positioning of your legs for a number of poses, just so that it's really, really clear. These poses are lunges and warrior poses, and they all have a sort of a pattern to them. So we'll go through this with our hands on our hips to begin. So here we are, knee underneath hip, front foot pressing down, back toes nicely tucked. This is a kneeling lunge. Issues with your knee, put something like a towel or something like that underneath your knee. That's step one. Step two, a little bit challenging, is hover your back knee a little bit off the ground. This is a low lunge. Your back heel is strongly moving forwards. Come up higher, back heel still lifted. This is a standard lunge or a crescent lunge. And then if you want to try something super challenging, press into your left big toe mound, lift your left heel from the ground. This is a tiptoe lunge. Nice. Drop your front heel down, straighten your front leg, and let your back heel just drop down to the mat. Turns out about 45 degrees. This is, with your hips square, is pyramid pose. And then if you bend your front knee, that's warrior one shape in the legs. And if you pivot your back heel open, that's warrior two shape. And then warrior three, pivot again back on your toes, lean forwards, lift your back leg. There's warrior three. Just explaining, let's go through that again on the other side, and then we will actually do those poses together fully. So, big inhale, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot back, left toes tucked, left knee down. Knee underneath your hip. Ragdoll up. This is kneeling lunge. Beautiful. Hands to hips. Back knee lifts a little bit. This is a low lunge. Back leg straightens more. This is a standard lunge or crescent lunge. Up on the tiptoe of the front foot. Big toe mound pressing in. Tiptoe lunge. Front heel down, front leg straighten, and back heel down just a little bit. Pyramid pose. Beautiful. Front leg bends. That's warrior one. Turn on your back heel, toes turn out. That's warrior two shape. And then warrior three, pivot your back heel up again, step forwards, and fly. There's warrior three, feet together. Okay, let's do that with our arms this time. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive forwards. I'll go slower, don't worry. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. As you inhale, bring your hands up overhead. As you exhale, stay right there. If you like to interlace your fingers overhead, go for it, but keep your hands lifted. Lift your back knee. This is a low lunge. Nicely done. Come up a bit higher. This is crescent lunge. Notice back leg is still more or less straight. Come up on the big toe of the left foot. This is tiptoe lunge. Drop your left heel down, straighten your left leg, and drop your back heel towards the mat. So toes are turned more to the front of the mat than the side of the mat. Square up your torso and fold forward just halfway. This is pyramid pose. Squeeze your biceps by your ears. Legs super strong. Inhale, come up. Bend your front knee. This is warrior one. Nice and strong. In warrior one, you can do all kinds of various things. Let's do a little back bend. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. This is called exalted warrior one. Nice. Inhale, come back to square. Pivot your back heel open. So now your torso turns towards the long edge of your mat. Drop your hands down. This is warrior two. Warrior two, we eventually gaze back to the front of the mat. And from here, bring your hands overhead again. Pivot on your back heel, back toes, lean forwards, lift your back leg, and if you like, flare your hands out wide. This is warrior three. A little bending and straightening in your leg, testing the strength, and then feet together, arms up. Exhale, hands down. So this is how all those shapes progress from one to the other. That's what I'm trying to articulate today and explore in my own body. Other side, here we go again, guys. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg back. Left toes tucked. Left knee down. Left knee more or less underneath the left hip. Inhale, rise up. Hands overhead. This is a kneeling lunge. From kneeling lunge, back heel or back knee hovers. So low lunge. From here, come up a bit higher. Crescent lunge. Come up on the big toe mound of your right foot. Tiptoe lunge. Not so easy. Drop your front heel down, straighten your front leg, and pivot that back heel down to the mat. This is pyramid pose. And here, we're trying to get our upper body square with the front of the mat. So both shoulders square with the front of the mat. You can fold forwards halfway, in sort of a pyramid shape. So not collapsing. Come back up. Bend your front knee. If it feels like your legs are too far apart, by the way, they're too far apart. So for my case, it feels too long for me, so I'm shortening it up. This is warrior one. Reach up, back bend, exalted warrior one. Oh yeah, that feels good. Inhale, come up. And here, pivot your back heel open. Hands come down, torso parallel to the long edge of your mat. This is warrior two, gazing forwards. Chest nice and proud. And then for warrior three, hands back up. Pivot your back, big toe, lean forwards. Lift your back leg. Maybe take your hands wide for support. And a little rebounding to find strength in the legs. And feet back together, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Well done. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. That warmed me up. I don't know if it did for you. Hopefully it did. One more big breath. Inhale. And exhale. So you notice that those movements tend to be all quite linear. So let's add in some more, I would call them somewhat circular or cross body. So standing more or less in the middle of your mat, hands on your hips, dancing eagle is where we're going to go next. A little bend in your knees. Take your right foot and wrap it around behind your left leg. Notice my right heel lifted and squeezed down. Sort of like a curtsy almost. Inhale, stand back up. Exhale, left leg wraps around, left toes tucked, left heel nicely lifted, squeeze. Find that movement. Inhale up, exhale, right leg behind, sitting down. Right at the knee joint there, more or less together. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg around, sit down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's add our arms in. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, left leg behind. Left arm on top of your right at the elbow joint. Either grab your shoulders or bring your hands together. This is sort of an eagle shape. Inhale, hands up, feet together. Exhale, left leg back. And left arm on top. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. Inhale up. Right leg behind, right arm on top. Inhale up. Left leg behind, left arm on top. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Right arm on top. Inhaling. Exhaling, left arm on top. Lovely. Inhale up. Exhale, hands can come all the way down. Well done. Let's settle the energy a little bit here. Take your feet nice and wide, probably off of your mat, toes out, heels in, bend your knees, sink down. This is maybe more qigong in its flavor, but the intent is now to shift those active energies and let things settle a bit. Palms face down, chest proud. And the movements are all sort of like you're moving your hands through something viscous like honey or molasses or something. So as you inhale, pull your hands up through that viscous liquid. As you exhale, push your hands away from you. As you inhale, turn your hands back towards you, pull it in. As you exhale, push out to the sides. As you inhale, pull it in. And as you exhale, push down, straighten your legs. A couple more like that. Inhale, sitting down. Exhale, pushing away. Inhale, drawing in. Exhale, expanding. Inhale, compressing it in. And exhale, condense down, straighten your legs. One more time, not easy, I know. Inhale, but keep it slow. Exhale, press away. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, press it out. Inhale, pull it to the middle. Exhale, push down. Hands to your hips, square up your toes, bend your knees, jump onto your mat, and go side to side again. Create a little bit of breeze. If it's warm in your place like it is in here, the breeze would be nicely welcome. I got the sun pouring in just off in front of me here. Nice. From here, one balance pose, and then we'll get down onto the mat. So the balance pose is you practice with me, you'll know it well, tree pose. You turn your right hip open by turning your right foot out to the side, and then either a little kickstand or onto your calf, or maybe up to your upper thigh. And we're pressing our foot to our leg to our foot, and trying to keep that left hip in place so it's not popping out. Lots of pressure between your foot and your leg, and then your right knee is moving a little bit out to the right. Hands come up towards your heart. Calm. Feel your breath. And then as you inhale, bring your hands up. Let your hands be nice and wide. This allows your shoulders to be nice and comfortable. And if you like, you can look up or find at least a place that's a little bit wobbly. A little bit wobbly. We're not trying to, it's not a yoga perfect, it's a yoga practice, right? So we're trying to find places where our body, mind are learning new things. And the wobble is a good sign that you're pressing into an area that the body, mind doesn't quite understand yet. So allow yourself to learn something there. Wobbling and mistakes, those are good things. Nice big inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards and exhale, let it go. Little shiggle, little shake. Same thing, other side. The joys of yoga, there's always the other side. Turn your left foot open. This opens your left hip. Place your foot where you're going to place it. Lots of pressure between the leg and your foot. Left knee out to the side quite a bit more. And then keep that right hip in place. Don't let it pop out. Hands to your heart. So we're pulling energy, foot, pelvis, heart, and then from heart to the heavens, up she goes. Fingers are bright, so they're not just hanging out. Your hands have some sense of energy in them, some sense of buoyancy, without being hard. So energized, but not rigid. And again, letting yourself explore the wobblies, being okay with that sensation, and allowing your body to find its own sense of stability here. Body, mind, actually. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards. And exhale, let it all go. A little shiggle shake. Step to the back of your mat. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, dive all the way forwards. Walk yourself up the mat to a plank pose. So here, spine nice and long, bum a little bit lifted, so we're not dropping our bum down. Bum up, press away from the ground, neck neutral. Feel that sense of resisting the pull of gravity. There's effort here. Squeeze your legs towards each other. And then let's go down to the mat. Knees down, feet flat, pelvis down. Come all the way down, but notice we haven't moved our hands. Elbows are lifted. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to stay. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder and let your left shoulder drop. Inhale to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, right shoulder drops. Again, inhale, center. Exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Oh yeah. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin down, hands overlap, elbows flared out. So stack your hands and place your forehead on your stacked hands. This is crocodile pose. And again, sense that spot about 2 inches below your, or 2 finger widths below your belly button, rising and falling. Find a sense of spaciousness there. That little flower opening and closing gently as you breathe. Nice. And then here we'll slowly place your chin on the mat. Take your hands nice and wide, palms face the floor. So sort of V'd back with the hands, feet tightly together, legs together. Inhale, lift your torso, your feet, your hands. Salambhasana locust pose. So just find here, we're compressing your abdomen, find here your ability to breathe in the face of this abdominal compression. So inhale, come up a bit higher, exhale to stay there. And one more time, inhale nice and high. And exhale all the way down. Hands by your shoulders, inhale to your hands and knees, knees wide. Child's pose. Keep your hands strongly forwards as your bum sinks back, head comes down. You get a bit of spinal traction there. At least I do. Really juicy, lovely. And then slowly come up to tabletop or hands and knees, hands more or less under your shoulders. I'll show you from the front on this one. Twisting child's pose. And then left hand stays where it is. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling as you look up. And exhale, swoop your right hand underneath your left shoulder, palm face up, shoulder down, cheek down. Knees are fairly wide for stability. And then your left hand can go more to the front of the room, up on your fingertips, creating an extension through the left side of your torso. Nice. A bit of a spine twist. Balance challenge. Breathe calmly. Left hand back by your face. Press with your left hand. Inhale your right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale your right hand down. Other side, right hand stays. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand swoops through, palm face up, shoulder down, cheek down. Balance. And then take your right hand forwards quite a long ways. I like to be up on my fingertips, but that's not necessary. And allow yourself to yield into this twist. Breath nice and calm. Oh yeah. Right hand back by your face. Press with the right hand. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. And sit back towards the back of your mat. As you come to the back of your mat, swing your legs out front. Give your legs a little shake, and then bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees out wide, bound angle pose. You can have your feet close to your groin or further away. If they're closer, it works the inner leg line. If they're further, it works the outer leg line. I'm going to work on the outside of my legs, so feet further away. Hold on to your shins or your feet. Lead with your sternum, so go as far forwards as you can as you hinge into your hips. And then from there, you can drop your chin to your chest and round your upper back. But finding the hip hinge first before rounding in. You can squeeze your feet together or press your feet together to offer some opposition to the stretching sensations in your hips or thighs. Nice and relaxed through your face, your shoulders. And maybe a little bit of a pull towards the end here. And then slowly, slowly begin to sit up. Hold those knees, squeeze them in. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. And then And take your feet as wide as the mat, knees still bent, and then drop both knees over to the left. Cool. See that? So knees are falling off to the left. Hands behind you to start. Come back through center. Drop both knees to the right. Go like that a couple times. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. On something more challenging, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Good job. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And pause off to the left here. Both knees to the left. And here, you can take your hands behind you and look. Oops, sorry, going the wrong way. Twist to your left. I'm like, what's going on here? Twist all the way to your left, so the right hip is coming forwards as far as you can. And then look over your right shoulder towards your right foot. Mermaid pose. Now, stay looking at that right foot. Keep your right knee down and lift your right foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it lifted for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Slowly come all the way through to the other side. Both knees flopping off to the right. Spin to the right. And then look over your left shoulder towards your left foot. That's mermaid pose. Your left knee down. Lift your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it there for 1, 2, oh yeah, 3, 4, and 5. Bring it back down. Put your knees out front, legs straight. Shiggle shake your legs. And then, whichever way you want, lie down on your back. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Chin a little bit tucked. Squeeze. Good sense of compression at the hips here. Squeeze. I'm keeping my head down. Squeeze. And then release both feet to the mat. Feet about hip width apart. And our elbows beside the side of your body, palms face one another, so robot arms. Lift your bum a little bit from the mat. And then take your right leg off the ground, right knee towards your torso. Now press with your elbows. Inhale, lift your bum higher. Exhale, let your bum come down just about to the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And last one, inhale, up and stay there, stay there, stay there. Exhale, down, right foot down, spine down. Pause. Lift your bum, lift your left knee towards your left, or towards your torso. And then inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And then inhale, up and stay there. That bum up, press those elbows in, and slowly release foot and spine down, hands release, and flip-flop your knees a couple times side to side. Look at that, we did great. Doing our practice, taking time for ourselves, this is what it's all about. From here, both legs up towards the ceiling, both arms up to the ceiling. Rotate your wrists and your ankles one way, the other way. Add in a squeezing and pumping of your fists. So nice fist, roll the wrist around, spread your fingers, and then start to shake it out. It's fairly intuitive. We're just decompressing or releasing any residual stuckness in your legs, joints, arms. Just get rid of it all. And then slowly, legs down, arms down. Nice big inhale. And a long exhale. That feels good, yeah? It does for me. From here, feet walk in towards you. Feet together, knees together. And we'll do this a different way. Fold over into a fetal position on your right hand side, and send both hands straight out in front of you, palms stacked. So you're in a fetal position, your hands are pointing way away from you, hands on top of one another. As you inhale, swoop that left arm overhead, drawing sort of a big umbrella shape as you open out and look off to your left. Hopefully you can see me. I'll move stuff out the way. And then as you exhale, bring your hand up to the ceiling and come all the way back to that fetal position. So inhale, swoop that left arm overhead, draw a big umbrella shape on the floor, and then exhale all the way across. Last one, inhale, opening through the upper back, look off to the left and pause there. Relax your face, relax any sensation of gripping or holding in your hips or shoulders. And now, take your pelvis, square it up, and the right hand comes all the way over to the top, stacks on top of your left hand, fetal position to the left. Same thing 3 times. As you inhale, draw a big umbrella on the floor with your right hand, open out, look to the right, and as you exhale, hand up to the ceiling and over, palms touch. Inhale, open, oh yeah. Exhale, close. It'll reveal what's going on in your shoulders for sure. Last one to say, stay, inhale, open. And exhale to stay there in the twist. Use every exhale to soften. If you need to, you can hold your knees down with your left hand. But try to find that simple rhythm of your breath. And then when you're ready, unwind onto your back, square up your pelvis, extend your legs long, feet flop open, hands, use your palms face up, chin a little bit tucked, tailbone a little bit tucked. Big inhale, and a long exhale. This is Savasana. Now stay like that, I'll guide you into this. If there's any other kind of movements that seem to want to be happening for you, well, you need to honor those. So let those bits of agitation happen. You're taking time for yourself, so allow yourself to do what you need to do. But at some point, take Savasana. Extend yourself out nice and long. Feel that sense of heaviness again. And then bring your awareness to the pit of your abdomen, slightly below your belly button. Noticing the rise and the fall, your breath. And maybe even visualizing the most beautiful flower. As you're inhaling, it's blossoming. As you're exhaling, it's just closing down a little bit. Just find that blossoming and closing of the inhales and the exhales. Nicely done. And then from here, exhale to empty. Nice big full inhale. And a long, delicious exhale. And thank you, my friends, for practicing along with me today. So good to have you here, and thanks for sharing this space and time with everyone else. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be strong, may you be free. Have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead of you. Take care, everyone. We'll see you again.